Hello, everybody. I wanted to share something with you that my husband shared with me last night. He gets a magazine called Discern, and I'm not sure. Well, I'll deal with who put it out later. But anyway, I found this very interesting and I wanted to share it with you. I would do it live on Facebook, but Facebook's been glitchy today, so I'm going to do it this way. But the title of this article is called Christian, Jews, and Holy Days. And this author or editor is Clyde Kilough, Kilough. Anyway, he says, I was surprised today to see that my word processor's thesaurus listed only one antonym for evolution, and it was regression. On the other hand, synonyms include positive words like growth, progress, advancement, development. I got the message. If you're not evolving, you're going backward or degenerating. Curiosity prompted my thesaurus check. Are there better words than evolution, I wondered, to describe the monumental changes that have altered Christianity's practice over the centuries? Well, if evolution means progressing and advancing, I'll find another word. I cannot say in good conscience these changes have been good. What Christianity and Judaism lost. It's commonly recognized that many of the practices and doctrines of the New Testament church for the first couple of centuries after Christ are vastly different from what we see today. A prime example is in this issue's lead article examining how Easter and its observances found their way into the church. People write about this every year, so you've probably seen before it ties to paganism. To paganism. What you hear little about, however, is what got lost in all the religious confusion that arose after Christ. Both Christians and Jews, for entirely different reasons, lost the same thing. Something so significant that it totally altered their understanding of a core biblical truth. After Jesus' death, the symbolism and meaning of the holy days and festivals God gave Israel in the Old Testament stood to take on far greater clarity and depth by the revelations God would give the church in the New Testament. They could open a beautiful understanding of how God was working out his salvation for humanity, but something blocked that. Within a couple of centuries after Christ, fiercely anti-Semitic leaders rose to power in the Christian church. They systematically rejected anything perceived as Jewish in particular, the seventh-day Sabbath and the holy days and festivals that God ordained. These are the days Jesus observed, the days the apostles and the early churches kept. And among the Jews, a related problem developed. From the time of Christ, Jewish leaders had vehemently rejected him as a radical, a dissident, a threat to their power base. His followers who converted from Judaism to Christianity were likewise heretics and enemies. So while Christianity kept a knowledge of Christ by rejecting God's holy days and festivals, it lost understanding of God's plan. And while Judaism kept the knowledge of those holy days and festivals by rejecting Christ, it lost the chance to understand God's plan. Adopting these positions deeply affected how both Christianity and Judaism would develop, and it wasn't progressive evolution. Today, both are stuck without fully comprehending God's plan of salvation. The Jews, because they don't connect Christ with the holy days, and the Christians, because they don't connect the holy days with Christ. The Jews held on to the biblical holy days, but by pushing Christ out of the picture, they failed to develop deeper understanding of how he revealed the plan of salvation through those festivals. Christians held on to Christ, but by replacing God's holy days with pagan or originated, empty of meaning religious festivals, they totally muddled what God is doing in his step-by-step plan of salvation. You can find what they lost. How many of the 2 billion plus Christians today would you say can name more than one or two of the 7 festivals that God gave in the Bible and describe their significance? Likewise, although many of the 14 million plus Jews steadfastly observe these festivals, how many have any idea of Christ's role in them? What about you? If you are not familiar with the biblical holy days and festivals, I invite you to explore our Life, Hope, and Truth website. Just type Plan of Salvation in the search box or download from the website's Learning Center our booklet, From Holidays to Holy Days, God's Plan for You. It's an amazing truth that both Christianity and Judaism lost along the way, but it is waiting for you to rediscover. Again, this is by Clyde Kilough, Kilough. Anyway, I thought this was very significant. As most of you know, we've been on a journey of seeking this truth and finding this truth. And I just wanted to share somebody else's perspective on it and encourage you guys to, again, dig deeper, because there's beauty in it. Once you realize the significance of how these God-given feast days tie in to Messiah, it's a beautiful thing. So I just wanted to share this with you. And if you have any questions or if you want to talk about anything, please let me know. Thanks, and have a blessed day.